Dolphins and UFOs. Wait, what?
I was today years old when I learned that it's illegal to talk to dolphins. In fact, you can get fined $100,000 for trying to talk to or communicate with a dolphin.
Please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing.
Can you repeat that answer you just gave me?
Yeah, it really seems like there's something deeper going on when you connect the dots. The fully funded dolphin communication research later discredited it, made it illegal to interact with wild dolphins, and is now finally admitting that UFOs are in the ocean. Effort to control the narrative, which suggests they've known something for a long time and don't want the public making that connection. Dolphins have a way of communicating, whether through telepathy, sonar, or some other advanced ability. They could already be aware of whatever is in the water. People from interacting with dolphins could be a way to keep that information from getting out.
To communicate with dolphins.
Yeah, that law is the biggest red flag. If dolphins were just regular animals, there wouldn't be a need to ban communication with them. It's not like they make it illegal to talk to birds or dogs, but with dolphins, they've gone out of their way to control human interaction. That tells me they know something we don't. Real communication. They might have learned something that changes everything.
Apparently, the military started using dolphins for military operations back in the 1960s during the Cold War. And then in 1972, a law was created that basically made it illegal to try to talk to and communicate with dolphins. So the question is, what do the dolphins know that they don't want us to know?
The use of dolphins in naval missions begins in 1960, when U.S. researchers study the animals to streamline torpedo design.
Their sonar is extremely sensitive, and it gives them an acoustic picture of what the environment looks like.
Let's talk about this headline really quick. When I first read this, I thought like, wow, what a sleazy thing for humans to do, bring these intelligent marine mammals into our own, for our own good. And then I read more and realized like this is a common thing among militaries. They had their own. The US, we're still paying for our own military dolphins. This is one of those US dolphins. It has a sensor that helps it kind of find mines that are underwater.
And she said that she wanted to share her spooky, scary story time about being able to communicate telepathically with dolphins while working overnights as a janitor in the dolphin exhibit at a zoo. She did not want me to use her real name. She did not want me to name the zoo, but she said that she does not consider herself a person that is telepathic. She's never had an experience like this before, but she has a whole new view on animals after this experience there, and there's nobody there. So she goes back to cleaning and she hears it again. Cynthia. She said it wasn't coming from anywhere, but it was coming from everywhere at the same time. And then she realized it was coming from her own head. So she's like, I'm losing it. I'm hearing voices. I am sleep deprived. Clearly I need to go home. But she looks up, she looks into the tank, and Nia is floating there staring at her with the same intensity, and she hears it again, Cynthia, and she believes at this point that it is coming telepathically from Nia the dolphin. Side of the glass, just staring at Nia staring at her, and then Nia says, what? Cynthia is like questioning her own sanity. She's like, there's no way this dolphin's talking to me. She continues cleaning the glass, and Nia says it again, what are you doing? So Cynthia is like, what do I have to lose? Like, no one's here to witness this. Like, so she decides she's going to talk to the dolphin back. She goes, I'm cleaning, I'm working. And Nia says, what's working? And she said that that night she realized that dolphins can communicate with humans, but they don't communicate the same way that humans do. It's not in words, it's in intuition.
Remember the rumors of an underwater alien base being located just off the California coast near Malibu? Crazy is that you could even find it for yourself by checking out Google Maps. But you can't anymore, because that area has apparently been scrubbed. Pictures of this structure still exist on the internet, and thanks to Ripley Cooks, we even have recent video of this anomaly. Whether it's a massive underwater alien base or just a really strange underwater geographical structure is unknown. But what is known is that it's 2,000 feet underwater and approximately 3 miles wide. An array of columns that were supporting a giant dome.
Yeah.
But now it's just a big blurry mess. And the changes of this area on Google Maps comes within days of Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet publishing his white paper titled Beneath the Surface. We may learn more about UAP by looking in.
So on February 14th, this happened in the San Francisco Bay Area, 300 miles away from where it is.
Yeah, but going back to this undersea alien base, this is where I want to weave in some of this disinformation. And by who, the government possibly, I don't know. But there was a point in time this year where I was having some public discussions about the possibility of, again, of USOs interacting with the seabed and wanting to then go and do bathymetric surveys to search for those types of interactions. And I even found a feature off SoCal that might just be that. I can't explain it. It's part of this kind of ridge, underwater ridge, that a section's been carved out of it as it appears, and it's been moved horizontally 2 kilometers. It's a big clump of rocks. Normally, when you get these things like landslides in the ocean, they're called turbidity flows. It's like an avalanche. They just sort of slough off, right, down the terrain feature. But this thing looked like it was carved out. And I took it to some geologist friends. I don't know how that happened. And so I want to get an ROV on that feature and check it out. And I'm working on that. But then there's this other aspect of the one that the people I told you I don't think were actually accurate in calling this other feature. I think it's called Sycamore Knoll is the name. It was an undersea base, and I don't think it was. Well, weirdly, when I started talking out about this, in Google Earth, the feature was filtered out entirely, this Sycamore Knoll. Now you can't even see it. It's plain as day in the USGS database. Why would someone go to Google Earth and have that feature removed? Who did that? Why? I don't know. But again, the more I learn about our active disinformation campaign and the story of that guy, Paul Benowitz, anything's possible now.
The angles, but we also see this hole 2 meters in diameter with a frame. And we were very surprised about that, of course.
So is it exact right angles? Have you been able to measure the accuracy of those angles? I mean, could it be just a natural rock formation that's shaped like a right angle?
When I have talked to people, scientists, about that, and they have seen the pictures and all the data, they say, this is very interesting. I have never seen anything like that before. So it's only on that spot also. It's not, we have nothing else there. It's this thing. And then when you look at this round thing, you have all these corners and holes and frames and so on. And it's 90 degrees angles, yeah.
There is another feature that really intrigued me, and it looks like a triangle with some kind of hole in the middle of it. Can you talk me through that?
Yeah, that's, it was not so long ago I found that. I have so much data and films and from the expeditions we have out there. We have been there a couple of times. The last time we were there was 2019. And I remember so well that time because we had a salvage job together with colleagues from Finland. And they were quite funny about this with the object in the Baltic Sea. And they said to me, Dennis, it's a rock. It's a rock. Yeah, perhaps it is, but a very interesting rock. Have you seen anything? No, but it's a rock. Okay, but next time we're going to go out on the Baltic Sea, you come with us with your own equipment and look at yourself. Look at this thing yourself. And they did. They follow us on the ship. They used their own equipment, and even the person that have laughed at me, say, Dennis, this is man-made. This is constructed for sure.
Okay, so let's talk to the triangle. How did you obtain the image of the triangle?
Wow, yeah. Because a situation we had in Sweden here with a submarine that we not have the chance to salvage. I have lots of time over, so I begin to go deeper into the pictures and analyze all the data I had. And then I found this odd thing, this sign, or as you said, the triangle with a hole in it. And I was quite surprised. Because I have seen it, not seen the triangle, but I have seen the pictures, but I have never really get deep into the pictures. And I did, and I saw it.
So just to devil's advocate, Dennis, there's a phenomenon in UAP research called pareidolia, where we see things as humans and we put patterns to them. Our brains automatically look for patterns. Could it be that what we're doing is our brains are seeing patterns where essentially it's a natural formation?
Yeah, of course can it be like that, but in this case it's not one thing, it's not two things, it's lots of things only on this structure. So when you find something that sticks out, you want to search for more things that is odd and strange on this object. And I have done it, and I've seen so many strange things, not only this triangle and this frame, or it's lots of things that they are.
Okay, so I want that detail. Let's make your case. What are the strange things? What are the things that have convinced you that this object is constructed, that it's some form of artificial construction? It's not just a lump of rock sitting at the bottom of the Baltic Sea.
It's a number of things. I cannot say one thing. It's the triangle with a hole in it. That's one thing. It's it's a 60-meter diameter round thing that looks like it's separated from the bottom. You have this track on the bottom also, like 1,500 meters. You have these angles. You have these holes. We have also been with the ROV under it, in the front of it, if you can call it that. And see lots of strange things. It's like burn material, like something have burned on it. It have been upheated. that we have seen, and that's what we have experienced when we have been down there.
So you say that when you looked underneath the object, it showed some kind of burn, some kind of material that had oxidized somehow and blackened.
Yeah, when we have been
have you been able to get a sample of that material? Have you been able to test that material?
No, we have not. We have not. That was very interesting because one of our divers in the team, Stefan Hågeborn, he was the task was to take a sample from the object. He did not manage to do that. It was too hard. And I remember when he coming up for the first time after he had been down there, he said, when I'm brushing off the sediment, it was black. And then I tried to take a sample. It was too difficult, Dennis, to take a sample.
Creepy, man.
Y alumbra de momento, ¿verdad?
submarino. No acercarme mucho.
Yeah, no, güey.
Wow, mira eso. Uy, me acerqué.
Mira, empezó en el puente y está en la boya, era en la boya.
¿Dónde está el puente?
El puente está a mano izquierda, a mano izquierda. Era eso.
What?
Mira eso. Mira algo ahí. Míralo. Yo no sé qué carajo es eso, dale para atrás.
Si no quieres saber.
Dale. Dale. Dale.
No quiero saber.
No quiero saber, dale. Dale.
¿No te crees que yo vi algo?
Eso es un ovni.
No. ¿Hundió?
Me voy.
Wow.
There's a portal opening up in front of my house right now. Yep. Yo, it's getting brighter and brighter. Oh my God. Jay, Naira, Kenzo, it's like a portal. It's 100% a portal. Google it, ChatGPT it, look at that thing and tell me that's not a portal. It is a portal. It's round, it's coming out of the light.
Those dolphins seem bent on mayhem. We've got to warn Grandpa.
We're all frightened and horny, but we can't let some killer dolphins keep us from living and scoring.
Eons ago, dolphins lived on the land.
1962, NASA funded a program to build wherein scientists would learn dolphinese, literally learn dolphin language. Scientists' dream was to get a cetacean representative at the United Nations and, by extension, learn how to talk to aliens.
NASA has poured millions into researching the ways animals receive and relay information, as a first step towards trying to understand how aliens might communicate.
Our people believe that many centuries ago, a race of intelligent creatures of various kinds chaperoned the human race into this world in which we are in exile. And members of this race went into the sea to become what we today call dolphins, amahlengetho. Dolphins and whales sent knowledge via dreams to human beings.
Perhaps just maybe, dolphins have the ability to communicate telepathically and could potentially serve as a gateway for humans to rediscover this ability as well.